Welcome into Blockheads Season 5. So let me get up here in a tree. I've spawned into the world a little bit before everybody else. This is not my world, but it's gone live, so I hopped in. I wanted to take a second to just kind of explain what's going on here. So I am I was invited to be a member of Blockheads, uh, and it's kind of a continuation from the Epoch SMP. So my kind of general plan for this world is I'm going to stream my experience here on Twitch. There shouldn't be many like weekly update videos or anything like that. No Let's Play. Uh, it's going to be all live streaming on Twitch. Now, what you're seeing now today is I want to do the occasional update video and just kind of let maybe I've got some YouTube viewers that can't watch on Twitch and you want to see what's going on. I'm not going to show off anybody else's builds that aren't common area. I'll try to keep it just to my own self and just kind of update you as what's going on. So, plans. I want to try to speedrun. I've never speedrun in Bedrock before, and I've only ever watched it on the Java playthroughs. So I'm going to take what limited knowledge I have and try to speedrun this world after people have come on. I'm not going to do it before the world goes live. I'm going to punch a tree, make a boat, go to the ocean, and try to speedrun. I'm going to do that live on Twitch, as well as most things. And then the goal is to get to the end dimension, skip past the dragon, and get loot that way instead of doing the whole villager lineup. So, if I can remember to record, we'll show you some of the speedrunning. If not, we'll come back after. But yeah, Blockheads is kind of a long-running. Like I said, this is season 5. There's a couple of really large YouTube channels, content creators. There's mod pack creators, resource pack creators. So it's a very eclectic world. But the whole idea behind it is it's kind of like a safe place for people to relax and play. There shouldn't be any like stress involved in the world about trying to create content for a certain deadline. It's supposed to be fun. So the pace might be a little bit slower than some other worlds, which is good. It's kind of relaxing. I'm going to try to do this in amongst still creating things on my BFF realm. So hopefully I can still try to get some of those episodes out and stream here. So let's cut to either doing some speed runs or maybe after I get some base kind of set up. Well, if you can kind of tell, I'm actually in a creative copy now of the world. I streamed my day one speed run. I didn't record it because it was my first entry. I'm very proud. Was a 2-hour entry. I found a bastion, and my chat left, and immediately after I jumped in the lava and died by mistake. Second entry was 19 minutes. I went in a completely different direction and found different resources, and I did a 19-minute entry. And longest story short, I found a stronghold. I found this stronghold. Now I am in the creative copy to show you some of the frustration I've been in. This world has had. I've been to three different strongholds, and in each one it's corrupted. There's no gateway. I have gone in. I've gone into spectator mode in this copy to try to find it, and there's no structure. This one and 2 other strongholds had no end gateway. Very strange. I'd never seen it before. So what I had to do to actually get to the end is I went through and I just went to every structure in creative to try to find an actual stronghold, because yeah, it's corrupt. I looked and looked and looked and looked. Every stronghold for the next 3,000 blocks has no gateway. I've poked through all the walls, checked through all the structures. There's no gateway. All the way down to bedrock, all the way through to the void. The structure just... Now, in one of these corners, there is what looks to be an abandoned mineshaft, which seems to have perhaps overwritten the structure. And in two of the other ones, it's just completely missing. All there is a staircase and no other structure. So, it is what it is. Sometimes, even the best laid plans of trying to speedrun, and I've been thinking about speedrunning now for a while, it was never going to work because there's no structure for me to find. So it's not the end of the world. The gateway that I actually did find in creative is at like plus 0 and then like plus 48,000 or 4,800. So you could have found it by mistake, but like the one that your eye takes you to from spawn went to nowhere, and the next three, yeah. So I looked and looked and looked, and there was nothing. So let's kind of fast forward now that I've shown you this, and we'll get back into the real world and show you what's happened in the first week or so of the server being live. And here we are on the actual Blockheads server, and so the server has been live now for the better part of a month, I want to say, but there has been a lot of progress. So this is the Nether Hub area, and there are some random tunnels. So that goes out to Queen's base, and then Stoic has a side tunnel here, and there's a main tunnel. So a lot of this is in flux and being built. But yeah, I just want to kind of show you the common areas. There's a trap way down. But this is the main portal at 00, and this is going to go to the shopping area. And there are a couple of shops already made. I better sleep. I think there is a before picture that I did in that creative world when I showed you the start of the world. But this is where spawn was. There's that little clump of sand, and I climbed into a swamp tree right about where that chest is. And this is what it has become now. So I said we're about a month in. There is, underneath it here is a mailbox system for all the players. So like you've probably seen before, you label your own box and then you can do commerce that way. Queen has a little bookstore here, and then some shulker boxes of books in the back. There's a slime farm or a store over there. Stoic Epoch has a bartering farm store up here and a massive gold farm at his base. There's a brand new, if you can see it over here, it is a moss farm. It is a mossy mushroom. Very cool. And these two shops over here are mine. So at my base, we'll get to here in a minute, I have an iron farm. And I expect that most people will probably have their own source of iron, but I just wanted to have a quick source here. So there's several double chests. And I just put a price on it just to have a price. And this is the big boy. So this is the whole reason why I wanted to speedrun in the first place, is like day one I wanted to have a shulker box farm. Now, again, that didn't work out because of the way the structures didn't really load in properly. But I did, long and short of it, I found a fortress. I found a stronghold. I skipped past the dragon and just tunneled across the void and found an end city and made a farm. I have sold several of these. Again, this was full completely up. Now, what I've done is there are a couple of these that are hidden that have loot inside them. I'm not going to tell you which ones. I'm not going to tell anybody which ones. But some of these do have prizes, and because of that, some people know and are trying to find them by digging random pathways into it. Good luck to whoever finds them. They're all set up so that you can't really open them and find them, but there are some prizes hidden in here. But let's get to actually, let's stop at the gaming district before we go home, and then I'll show you my base. So just a little ways down the south tunnel, there is a minigame district. And this is all, like I said, this is very early game. The server's only been up for a couple of weeks. And yet, as a Halloween minigame, Stoic actually made a game for us called Gravedigger. Now, I think this is Gravedigger was on the Epoch SMP as well, and he's recreated it. And to do it in such a short amount of time with no real resources, it's really amazing. Now, I actually played this game live on Twitch, and I believe I've recorded my playthrough. So I'll include that now, and then we'll head to my base. So this is Blockheads, and this is the first minigame in the world. And we are looking at Gravedigger. This is a game brought back to life by Stoic Epoch. And his skull looks really good. Really good. Now, this was on the Epoch SMP before I joined, so I don't really know. I'm pretty sure what there is, and we'll read it here in a second. But I think there's like graves, and you have to like pay to dig into them. Moon, oh yeah, like this is pretty cool, eh? I mean, this is early game stuff. This is early game, and Stoic's doing this in the background. So let's go on here. The Gravedigger. Rules: store all your gear and tools. 2. Take one of the wooden shovel, 1 entry each. So is this like shovels? Okay. Only dig with the spots with sand. And enjoy. Okay. So where am I going to put all my stuff? Oh, locker room right here. Let's take off all my gear. And is there a bed? No, I don't see a bed. So let's set spawn here just in case I have a feeling that what's going to happen. So let me set my spawn and take off everything. Not that I have much to lose. Actually, it's kind of really painful to lose the 6 levels that I have because I don't have any source of experience. Okay. Store all of your gear and the tools in the locker room. I set my spawn. Take 1 wooden shovel. Now, nowhere in these instructions does it say anything about paying a diamond, or 4 diamonds. I know it's 4 diamonds, but honestly, all it says to do is take a shovel. So really all I have to do is take a shovel and go. Only dig on the spots with sand. Okay. So, oh, so like, I'm assuming this would be a spot. And I know a couple other people have done this already, but this is pretty cool. So these are like graves. Here's Ztex laughing, good luck. I have a feeling I know what happens in some of these, but yeah. So where do we want to go? This one looks pretty cool. It's like a big tall cross. And this one's a kind of small one. So this one looks kind of cool. Any spot in particular does anybody want me to dig? The little cross with the looks pretty cool. Zed, I think 4 people have gone already, yes, but I'm assuming that he's blocked off. Oh, yeah, like over here. And there. This one looks kind of cool. Little cross. I'm assuming I can't go inside the crypt here. Is there anything behind here? No, no. And I could ride the llama? No. Yeah, is anybody... I'm liking the black cross. Inside the crypt. Or this raised one, maybe? Anybody in chat have any idea which one I would want to go to? The raised one? Oh, I've got a black cross and I've got a raised one. So we'll call that a tie. So the next black cross one would be cool. The raised one, yeah. No, that's a tie again, Crimson Moon. I've got one on each. I've got one for black cross and one for raised. Crimson Moon, you're gonna be the black cross. Oh, cat goes black cross. Okay. Okay, let's go black cross. So I guess we're gonna go straight down. I guess I gotta stand right on here and close my eyes. Now, I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen. And I'm pretty sure everybody else can probably guess what's gonna happen. But maybe if there's a rip emote, you could probably put that up in chat already. I guess we just dig down. I don't know. I don't trust this at all. Can I go? Well, can I turn around and just pillar back up and give up? Yeah, cool. Keep going. I know. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No. That's about what I expected. Yep. So here is my base. It's not much to see in the nether. You can see from the particles, though, it is a basalt delta, so it's all death and sorrow beneath me. Yeah, there's no tunnels made yet. There's no decorations made yet. So this is still pretty early game. But at my base, what I did is, like I said before, I tried to speedrun. Didn't really work, but then I did actually find it. In the meantime, I'd made an iron farm, and there's a little store at spawn at the shopping district. So my base to start with was just this iron farm. You can see this is the natural path. There was a village here. I clumped all the boys into this little space and turned it into an iron farm. And so I was thinking and what to do for a base in this world. Now, the thing is, on the BFF realm that I'm part of or hosting, it's mostly all decorative, creative builds. So I thought what I would do as a juxtaposition in this world is basically do all like industrial farms. So what I started with is laying out all the chunk borders and figuring out an AFK spot. And so this is what all this glass is about. All these glasses are the 16 block chunks laid out, and also all the sub chunks. So what that allows me to do is, if you see up here, there's a little wooden center of this cross. That will be the central area of the base, giving you a 4 chunk render distance. And so anything I make inside of these chunks or sub chunks should still be active while I am upstairs. So let's get up there. And this is the one big drawback, is it's only accessed by rocket for right now. And you can see it's not all done yet. So this will be the center point. So it'll still go up another actual chunk after top of that. But what I'm doing is I'm filling it full of farms. I've slowly started to build up. This is a bamboo design that I found actually while watching Slack Lizard. He did this live on his stream, so I came back and copied it as soon as I could. It's very, very, very efficient. Very efficient. No nether needed. There's no quartz or anything like that. So no observers. It's just a redstone torch. Very cool. Although that's broken. It can break if you travel in and out of, like as I go down to my portal down there, I go out of render distance, things can break. But it'll fix itself. So up here I've got a furnace array that's getting started. I've got one flake of it done, and there's going to be three 3 furnaces up here, so I'll be able to cook 3 stacks at a time of what I need, if I need it that much. This is going to be my storage room for this world, and again, it's slowly getting filled in, and you can reach from top to bottom from the central platform. And over here is going to be the EXP version. So right now there's just a gold farm, and I've got a new design for a Trident Killer I'm going to try here too. But this should work out perfectly. That up to the next white square should be 22 to 25 blocks away. So there should be I'll be able to put a darkroom spawner just above me, so they can rain down inside of the same kill chamber as the gold farm. The other thing is there is a river biome right over here that will still be within render distance that I can make a drowned farm about here in the sky. And there is a slime chunk. Now the slime chunk, I couldn't figure out how to get that all active at the same time, but at the very least I can get down there and get slime if I need it. So yeah, things are starting to slowly fill in here. This could take a long process. Things like cactus are slow to gather. I started with 3 cactuses, and so as the cactus grows, I'll keep filling it up. But yeah, eventually this will all get filled right up to the top. And then the last part of the square over here, I know I'm going in circles. So storage, furnace, EXP, and then this is going to be the bulk storage for all the farms. You can see this blue tube goes all the way down, and so eventually what will happen is all these drops will get funneled up a bubble elevator up into here, and I can put maybe like shulker box loaders, because that's the second big farm I've made in this world is a shulker box farm. So I rushed to the end. I didn't trade with these villagers. I haven't traded for any gear or books. All the equipment and stuff that I have is all from end raiding, and I thought that was an interesting take on the early game, is to skip that villager stage and go straight to end loot. But yeah, this has been fun. Happy to do something different. I don't normally really concentrate on the industrial side of things and farm sides. So it's been kind of cool. I'll do like a kelp farm way up here, sugarcane, lava farm, automatic lava farms and stuff, and have it all interconnected. And hopefully it'll all be running all at the same time. So what I'll do too is bulk storage for this, because this makes like already a double chest like every hour. So I'll have to like do overflows that go into composters and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun side project for me. But let's get to what my main focus is. I've been really engaged lately to try to make a game for myself. So you should have seen in the last clip was me doing the Gravedigger run. So that's really inspired me to try to make my own mini game, which I've never done before. So this is like just doing things I've never done before in this world. So let's hop over into a creative world and show you what my kind of plans are for a minigame. So here we are in my creative world for BFF and the Epoch, and all the stuff's here. And this is me trying to lay out some of the rules in the gameplay for my game, The Grinch. So I've tried several different mobs as far as what's going to aggro you and what's not. My original plan was to use polar bears. Oh yeah, side note, yeah, I did this all live on Twitch. This has all been planned out, and I've had Twitch chat help me out. My original plan was to use polar bears as the mob that chases you. But honestly, polar bears are too slow, and it's no challenge. Like, I could have 100 polar bears in here, and very quickly we realized that the polar bears was not the way to go at all. So we switched to Zoglins. They are deadly on hard, and they're wide enough that I can use 2.5 or block and a half spacing to block them. So this is the basic idea. You're going to enter into the playfield, and redstone will dispense drops into each of the buildings. And it'll drop them all at the same time. So there's going to be many buildings in the playfield. And you've got until that item despawns to get around dodging all the zoglins to collect all your loot. The reason this is laid out, it's I tried to figure out how far the actual despawn range was for items and how close you had to be to actually keep them loaded. So this is kind of limiting the size of my playfield, so I can go that big square. So I'll probably do, it turns out to be like 4 chunks. So I'll lay it out as like 64 by 64 square. The other thing I like about Zoglins is they can reach their tusk attack reaches through blocks. So you can be hiding, say you're in a house, and the Zoglin, if he sees you, can actually hit you through the blocks. So it's going to add a little bit of extra flavor. But yeah, now that I've shown you this, let's get into the actual get into the actual game zone, gaming area, and we'll get this laid out. Hey, back here at the minigame district, and you can see after the creative world that we got, Stoic inspired me to try to do a Christmas minigame. And so this is what it's kind of turned into. And again, I'm doing this live on Twitch. I'm trying to do all of this while people can help me out. So this is the middle of the stage. Now, I'm going to try to keep doing update videos, and hopefully the next update video will be the game completed, and I can show you what the game actually looks like. And I didn't leave myself a way in. So let's just use a shulker box as a building block. What's going on? I didn't mean to do that. There. Let me in. Okay. So here is what I'm going to call the Grinch. And so the idea is you start by coming up through the bottom of the world into this building, and all these nylium like squares are going to be buildings, and all these buildings will have drops spawn in them. So you now have a timer running of the despawn of all these of the presents to get around in and out of each of the buildings and try to find them and collect as many as you can. And so then the person at the end of the week or whatever the duration of time is that we figure gets the most cookies wins the prizes. The prizes are diamonds that I collect on stream too. So you'll see exactly how many presents or prizes there are to be had. Right now it is up to like a stack and a half of diamonds, and I'm trying to stream digging diamonds for almost an hour for every stream. So by the time this gets live, there should be quite a pool. But yeah, so the next step, I've got the exterior wall kind of up and done. I finished that just last night on stream. It's not a Christmassy kind of build, it's just a retaining wall. The builds are going to be the building, and then I've got a whole ton of snow and ice to come back in and decorate this as a winter theme. So yeah, no, I'm excited to get this up and running. The next update video might not be until December. So at which point, hopefully this game is up and live and we've had some runs on it and I can show you what it's like. But no, it's been fun to show you around Blockheads. It's been a lot of fun. I'm trying to find a balance between doing this on Twitch and then still trying to get BFF content made for YouTube. So it's a learning curve for me. But yeah, it's been fun. But until you see you next time, hopefully this game will be up. There's going to be a big entrance here. There should be a great big font saying the Grinch up here in the sky. Should be quite a good little mini game. And hopefully people have fun playing it. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Probably next week should be a BFF realm, and we'll do, I believe it is a City Hall build. So thank you for watching.